How's it going? I'm here to get you started on this tutorial series with maybe the least interesting step, but we just need to make sure you have all the right stuff installed on your machine. And so the first thing you're going to need to make sure of is that you've got Homebrew installed. And now to install Homebrew, it's relatively simple. You just go ahead and open up Chrome or whatever your browser choice might be, and then you're going to type in install Homebrew on a Mac. And then when you click through to brew.sh, which is the site, you'll ultimately come to remember that, but you'll find this line of code here, which is what we're going to need to install it. So we're going to select that, and we're going to hop over to terminal, and we're going to paste it in, and then we're going to hit enter. I'm not going to hit enter because I already have it installed, but you'll hit enter and it will go ahead and install Homebrew. Once you have Homebrew installed, there are three key things you need to get in there with Homebrew that you'll need to accomplish anything in this tutorial series. The first is going to be Git. Git is what you're going to use for version control. This is what is required for you to keep track of all the different changes you make within your software, to incrementally add those changes to a code base that we're going to store on GitHub. It will be especially important as we start to collaborate with each other, because you can't keep track of everyone's changes just by sending each other emails or Slacks. There needs to be a system, and Git is going to provide us with that system. So brew install Git. Once that's installed, you're going to install Node. Node is what we need if we're going to be able to run scripts with JavaScript. We could learn to write JavaScript just creating it and viewing things within the web browser. In fact, that's the way a lot of people learn JavaScript. But what we want to do is actually work on scripts and server-side JavaScript. And so to do that, we're going to need to have Node installed. So brew install Node is going to install it for you. And then the last one has a slightly different command, because Atom is actually what it calls, Homebrew calls a cask. If you ever forget this, you type in brew search and then the thing you're looking for, and it will kind of look in the list of things that Homebrew can install for you, and it'll let you know how to install it. And if it says it's a cask, then I need to type in this command, brew cask install Atom, and that will install Atom for us. So again, brew install Git, brew install Node, brew cask install Atom, and you have the three things you need to get started. And then you're just going to need, after that, a place to put your code. And so what we typically do is create a directory in your home directory called development, say, or it could be called scripts. To accomplish that, you just type in make directory, mkdir space, the name of the directory you want to add. And then when you type in ls, it will list those for you, and you should see your directory there. So I made one earlier called development. Now that it's there, I can change into it by typing cd for change directory, and then development. Now I'm in my development folder. Yours will be empty. Mine has all the different projects that I'm working on right there in that folder. So once you have these things installed, you have a folder for development, you have Git installed, you have Node installed, you have Atom installed, then you're good to go and continue with the tutorial series.